Thank you. Can I get you to move the bottom one in towards me, please? Thank you. That seems to be alright.
How's driving with the caravan?
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. It's not as bad as I thought it would be, but I'm very conscious I have it on the back. Yep, car's travelling really well, pulling it well.
Not too much traffic.
Which is good.
Not
Couple
too
of
many.
truckies whinging about us. Well, not necessarily us, but
Not us. it's
caravanners.
Caravanners. Sharon. Yep. So not as nervous. There's no
No.
sway. Averaging speed 90 odd.
Yeah, about 95, between 90 and 95. So
Yeah. And fuel consumption about
27 at the moment. That's
Yeah.
We're doing a few more hills though, so
a bit of headwind as well.
yeah.
And first couple of days of sleeping in the caravan.
First night was bloody horrible. It was, mattress was uncomfortable. Too hard for my liking, but we bought that topper and that seems to have helped an awful lot. Had a good night's sleep last night.
A couple of nice pillows.
Yeah, some new pillows.
Drummond's Caravan Park. Unexpected delay in leaving Geraldton. We had a service on the caravan yesterday, and then as we were leaving Geraldton on the way to Northampton, we discovered that there were some issues with the brakes on the caravan, and this way, so we're getting an electrician to have a look at it today. It's the foreshore in front of Drummond Cove Caravan Park. Over there, beyond those buildings, there's a small suburb out there, Drummond Cove, which is where we've actually got residence in. Got some nice views of the ocean. It's quite a stormy night last night, quite blowy at times, and a lot of rain periodically as well, so quite heavy showers, but at the moment it seems to be okay. We're expecting more rain today as we head north. Hopefully we're not in Geraldton for too long, getting all these things sorted out. And then as you can see, there's a caravan right up the top there, so it wasn't too bad. We're sort of head on with the wind, so not too much bucketing, but we certainly could feel the rain as it came down, and thankfully none of those tree branches fell down either on us too, but yeah, let's hope that's the case when we leave. Narran. We have arrived just after 5 o'clock. Campsite is busy. The system is pretty much fully charged. It's telling us we've got about 94. It sort of started around about 96 hours worth of power. So we'll see how we go, as we tend to use very little power. A romantic champagne for our first evening
Off-grid.
off-grid.
Cheers, dear.
Cheers, Sharon.
Cheers, dear.
Strong stuff.
Good stuff.
That's going to knock me out for the rest of the night. Not a bad stay. A bit noisy with traffic going past, but otherwise very peaceful, cool overnight. It's about 13 at the moment. Damp. Now you can go this way. About 7. Too easy. Job well done. Earlier the sight the better. Wife's into her champagne, wine already.
Need it.
Yep. Hi, my name's Henry and this is Sharon.
Hey.
And we're from Karratha. So we have just spent, for those who know me, we've just gone down to Perth to pick up the caravan that we've been sort of chasing, I suppose, for about 15 months. And we have finally got it, and you can see obviously that we're sitting in it at the moment. So our plan at this stage is to do some holidays, but over the past week, as I said, we went down to Perth to Rockingham to pick it up from Luxury RVs, and that was done on Monday, just gone. Today, Sunday, and we've slowly been moseying our way back up to Karratha. It's taken a few extra days. We've had a few little issues. The braking system on on the left rear wheel of our caravan, where it was pretty much burnt out. So I think the Sparky who was looking at it suggested there was binding happening between the brakes. So everything was sort of pretty much burnt out, and that was causing some issues with the red arc system, and also the electronic sway control or stability control. So anyway, they were all fixed a couple of days ago, and everything, touch wood, has been okay at this point in time. So we did have a momentary issue with the airbags, but that seemed to have rectified itself yesterday. And today we are only 2 hours away from Karratha, so it's a short trip back home.
Because we contended with a lot of wet weather, so the van's nice and dry.
Yep. So we've definitely been through a few seasons with the van, plenty of wind and wet weather on the way up from Perth to Geraldton, possibly even a little further up to Narran, which is where we stayed the night before, Friday night. But otherwise, we have had a pretty good drive up. The car that we have is a Land Cruiser 300 Sahara. We've spent a few months doing various modifications on that car. So over the course of the last financial year, or this current financial year, which finishes today, we've spent a bit of money on getting a car that is able to pull the caravan, and both being set up for us to enjoy a long waited holiday that is only a couple of weeks away from starting. So it's all happening. What we'll do is we'll do a quick run through of the car. We'll give you a bit of a guided tour on that one, quick guided tour of the caravan as well, yeah, then if you want to watch our travels, we will have it all posted on Facebook or on our YouTube page. That's a little bit of a mystery because apparently the kids are up to something, so I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but time will tell. But no doubt it'll be revealed probably on this video towards the end.
Just be mindful that the caravan's so new, we haven't got half the stuff we need yet. Haven't got all the storage stuff or proper bedding, or just what we've got to travel up with.
Yeah, so it's only a week old. The car itself is about 6 months old as well. Yeah. So that was acquired start of December 23. And as I said, we've had a lot of work done to it to make it usable for a touring vehicle for our needs. It's just Sharon and myself doing the travels. We're going with some friends on a holiday that's coming up very soon. And outside of that, no doubt there'll be a lot more other travels that we'll do later in 2025, to be honest. So we'll see how that all plays out. So this is the car, the 300 Sahara that we've got. As I said, we bought it back in December last year, 2023. We've had a lot of modifications done to it, as you can sort of see, but we'll run through some of that right now. As you can see on the front, we've got the clear view mirrors. They extend out. They've been working a treat. It has something different for us. We haven't previously used them before, so towing a caravan has also been quite interesting to see how they all work. We've got a Rhino rack slimline roof rack. We have UHF radios. We have the Max Tracks out the back there. We've upgraded the tyres to Methods, so they're nice and wide and provide a lot of traction. They've also added a little bit of extra lift. We've also upgraded the suspension on the vehicle too, so the GVM of the vehicle is up to 4.2 tonnes, and the towing capability is up to 3.5 tonnes, so all up 7.7 tonnes of towing capacity. So that's come through from Lovell, so we've had a GVM and a GCM upgrade to it. As you can see, we've also got rear wheel carrier installed on there. We've got one on the other side as well. We're just waiting on the plate coming through, which should be arriving in the next few days, and then it should be all good to go. On the front, as you can see, there's a light bar up the top there from Laser. That's quite effective, very effective. We've got the two steady pot spotlights out the front. We've got a worn winch that can pull, I think, 10,000 pounds or something like that, or 12,000. We've got recovery connections for the front as well as the back, as well as obviously the ARB Summit bull bar. Safari snorkel, sorry about the light. Safari snorkel. We've got the dash 270 awning, and that's about it. Internally we've got a little bit of work's been done. There's obviously towing a caravan underneath here. There's the Red Arc Tow Pro kit out there, which our Sparky has said is a real pain in the backside to try and get to. We've also got just over here the auxiliary tank, so we've added another 150 litres of fuel we can carry, so we can take up to 260, so the car comes with 110. So we've got plenty of fuel, and our fuel, we pretty much travelled all the way from Karratha almost to Swan Valley in Perth just on those two, on what we had in the one fuel up. We did obviously fuel up part way through just to make sure that we didn't have any issues, but consumption wise we actually got that far. On the way back, so that was going down without a van, on the way back we have pretty much travelled, what would you say?
Gerald,
yeah. So despite all the issues that we had with the van.
So Geraldton to Nanyatara, pretty much on the auxiliary tank.
Yep, which takes 150 litres. And we are still, I think we have capabilities to get all the way to Karratha based on our current travel. We're averaging about 21 litres per 100 kilometres, whereas I think on the way down
it was 15.
It was about 15 or 16, something like that. So, we expected that we'd be using obviously a lot more fuel consumption. But it's not too bad.
No, pretty happy.
Yep, we've got the two-way over here that works. That's the red arc system. We've got spotlights and LED bars there. Nothing else has really been added to the vehicle. Sorry, we've also got the tyre pressure monitoring system out there, and we've also got the safety day. Safety Dave camera system, which you would have seen. I'll show a little bit here of our travel. So that's basically a camera attached to the back of the caravan, so you can see what's behind you.
Did you say about the tuning? We've had the multi-map tuning done to the car. That's through Just Autos. Really good. It's given the car a lot more power and torque. But for pulling, it goes through 5 different phases, and one of them is for towing. So I don't know if that's helped also with the consumption of the fuel. So it means it just works with one turbo instead of keep flicking over to both turbos or something. And we've also had the heat exchange cool box put on by those guys as well, just to help keep the car cool when we're towing, especially when we get up to Queensland and we've got those big hills to go up. Hopefully it'll keep the car engine and everything cool.
Alright, so in the back there's a little bit of a mess here, but we have, I'll get Sharon to do all the talking on this one. So we have our Dometic fridge. It's on a clear view slide, so it pops out and pops down. We have a drawer system from MSA, nice deep drawers, plenty of stuff in there. We have air compressor in the back there as well. On the side there we've got all the tools inside the drawer there, so that those paddles will lift the back of the car, with airbags that we've got for the rear wheels, both left and right side. We've also got the compressor there to pump up tyres if we need to as well. And over on this side we've got 12 volts and USBs. We've got a variety of other options there that aren't connected to anything, and a battery indicator as well, just to advise what the battery strength is at the moment, or the voltage is at this point in time. So as you would have seen last night, I'll pop it in if you didn't. Just we use the inverter cooktop to induction cooktop, sorry, using the inverter to cook dinner underneath the batteries, underneath the drawer system. We've also got 2 lithium batteries. I think they're 100 amps each, so 200 all up.
Yep,
200 amps all up, and that seems to be doing okay for what we need to do. Time will tell, but that's pretty much
We've had the car converted from a 7-seater to a 5-seater as well. We got rid of the seats and the seat belts and...
Yep, cool. Down the bottom here, obviously with the caravan, there's a lot of connections, a lot of cables and stuff. We have over here, there's a solar Anderson plug, so we can charge the batteries in the back of the car with solar if we need to, if we're off grid. This is the main 12-pin plug that we're having some issues with braking and everything, as we ended up arriving in Geraldton, but we found out it wasn't the pin itself. In fact, actually, there is a bit of a backstory to that one. So we did find out that when it was connected to that particular pin, was reconnected to the rear bar, some of the wiring was wrongly done, so that had to be fixed. But since then, over here we've got the Alco stability control Anderson plug. We've got the grey plug for power to the van. That's right.
I think so, yeah, and the red one's for the sway.
Yep, for the sway control.
Yep.
And also we've got this cable here as well, which is a Safety Dave camera. So lots of plugs to the van. We've also got another solar for the caravan as well, so if we happen to park a caravan under a shady tree, we can pull out the solar blanket and attach it to that, and that'll charge the caravan up as well, albeit slowly, but it'll at least do it. Yeah, that's where we are. So just on the rest of the caravan, we have a 1909 Fraser Retreat caravan. It's a 2023 design, I think, but only built like only a month or so ago. It was ready for us to pick up in start of June this year. So there's a few extra things. It's not a standard off the shelf model, so we've added a few extra things. I'll try and remember what they were. Things like the stone guard, we've added to it. Otherwise it comes with two 9-kilo bottles. We've got a toolbox. Both sides, left and right, have a sliding system. As I said, we've only just picked it up a few days ago, so we've got a barbecue to put in there. At the moment it's just housing all our hoses until we get home and reset. Over here we have a tunnel boot, and as you can see there's a brake system that has had to be replaced, fully worn out. These is what's left of those brake pads, so there's not much left of them, pretty skint. The tow ball weight is I think it was 250 odd kilos. The ATM on the vehicle is 3.5 tons, so we should be definitely able to pull it. So the rest of the van, nice size awning. It's 15-foot awning. Good to see you listening. 15-foot awning. We have connections here for there's a USB and a aerial connection, so that's for your TV if you need it. USB for any other power supply. We've got the power supply here as well if you need to connect something to 40 volts. In here we've got a nice picnic table with a map of Australia, so at least we can mark as we're travelling where we've gone to. Yeah, it's all good.
Compressor.
Down there, what is it?
The compressor.
Compressor.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
The airbags, and to be able to pump up the tyres and
Okay.
That's my input.
That's awesome, Sharon. In here is the air compressor control airbags. So the airbags will you can use that keypad, or you can get one on your phone, and you can pump up the left and right tires, front and back, just to level the airbags to level the van. It does have an auto leveling feature as well, so when you're ready to ride out, it'll actually drop the airbags or change the airbag pressures to the appropriate ride height, so when you're traveling. But otherwise, plenty of space there for other things too. Steps outside the back here, we've got storage, more storage. Good to see Sharon's. So this is all where Sharon's going to hide all her stuff. So we got two storage lockers there. Bottom one is just simply for well, we haven't quite worked out what's going to go in here, but at the moment there's space there, and there's space up there which we haven't even touched yet, and hopefully don't, because it's too high for any of us to reach. In the back, as you can see, there's a safety dave up the top there. We have capacity to put a water container, jerry can on the back there, possibly another one on the other side if we needed to, but at this stage no. We have an external shower, so hot and cold, so no doubt that'll possibly get used from time to time. Hot water system in here. We have the toilet system in here. We have water, so we have 90 litre or 110 litre water tanks, and 110 litre grey water tank. We have a water inlet to stock up our water supply. We have grey water tank as well. Sorry, outlet for that.
See the airbags here.
Where's the airbags?
You want to try? You come back this way.
Oh yeah, airbags in here. Shockies in there as well. So far they seem to be okay, doing all right.
There's an independent suspension anyway.
Independent suspension, important words from Sharon. We have 1, 2, 3 battery compartments in the bottom here. All two, I believe they're 250 amp hour batteries, lithium batteries. So they're based down there. That's the other side of the tunnel boot. Power supply internal. Oh, sorry, coming into the van, and that's it. Got a work light up the top there. Just needs to be readjusted down because it's pointing towards the stars. We've got 4 solar panels up the top. They are,
I don't know, that's your department.
I think they're 210 or 200, yeah, I think they're 210 solar watt panels up there.
So we've got queen size bed, which we had to get a topper for. Cost us a couple of dollars, but it was worth it because the bed was so uncomfortable. Obviously storage, got a reasonable amount of it. We just in the process of trying to find stuff. What I would eventually like is some shelves in there, because I just think that's a waste of space. Got storage underneath the bed. Also underneath the bed we've got a gas heater.
So there's a gas heater in there, got some TV screen down there, but we'll move that. I'm sure we'll fill this area up anyway.
Sure.
Plenty of space there.
We've got the Sirocco fans. We actually had them on last night. The couple of nights we were down in Perth, and on the way up we've had the heater on, where last night we had the Sirocco. So we've got little cubby holes in here which has got power points and USB points. Got our lights which can be blue, which are actually quite good. And then got your white, which you can also dim down. And there we go. And it's got USB points as well. Henry's caravan.
Caravans here. So yeah, so that is basically a dust reduction system to pressurize the inside of the vans to avoid dust coming in. And over here is obviously not obviously necessarily, but that's a TV antenna as well that you can put up and pull down and just move sideways to get a good signal.
Yep. We've also got a 3000 watt inverter which is underneath this seat, so we have the capacity to have electricity, which we have used
when we're off grid.
When we're off grid. Probably turn that off now anyway, can we? Oh no, you're still charging. We've actually used the microwave. Yeah, the storage. Got one little pantry pull out. What else we got? Microwave. We've got drinking water on the tap instead of getting a second. Yep. What's this thing?
Tap.
Tap. Oh no, that's not the tap. Whatever it is, the nozzle bit. We went for the grill. Got rid of the oven because we won't be using an oven. We've got our little Ziggy for that. It's got your electric one
burner.
as well. Yeah, as well
and
as
a couple of gas burners.
Yeah.
And a grill as well.
Yeah, I don't know whether we'll use that. We'll see. Got our little range hood there. But so yeah, the microwaves worked really well. Just got stuff.
So I got plenty of storage up the top. Well, actually there's not as much storage over there as it might
No,
appear.
this side's got
Bit of storage over there. But otherwise we've got a whole heap of electronic
this is Henry's
bits and
stuff.
bobs over here. So there's a battery plus system in there, all our fuses, airbags, etc. The inverter remote as well is in there, and the auxiliary. So if you're using solar, you got that function as well. A little bit of storage under the seats, not too much. That one's obviously got the inverter out there, but
No, on it.
yeah.
Alright.
A little bit of storage over there under that seat. Otherwise, yeah.
We went for the larger fridge. This usually comes, I think, with a 180. We've got a 240.
So that's a fridge and freezer. Freezer at the top. Yeah, and fridge down there. So lots of space there.
Then the bathroom, the toilet. Obviously, nothing very exciting. Shower. So our shower's slightly smaller than the normal one because we opted for the cupboards. Well, I opted for them anyway. And we converted one of them so we have it on the inside as well, so I can stick stuff in there, just a little bit more storage space. I also opted for the front loader.
That correlates with the top locker that we have outside.
And I went for a front loader because I like front loader washing machines. I'm not a big fan of top loaders.
Hasn't been used yet, so that's another test that we've got to
we'll have to do
put
that
it through.
during the week. That's really
Flushing toilet out there. It's not one of those compost toilets.
What are they? No, they're just...
Plenty of lighting. We've got extraction fans here for both of the shower as well as out here.
Again, plenty of cupboard space. Oh, that's full of junk.
all of Sharon's clothes and stuff.
All the washing.
Yeah, so that's it. Speaker system. We've got air conditioning out here. We have the BM Pro sort of system that they use to monitor power and water consumption. So I've heard mixed reports about how effective these are, but so far it seems alright. I know it's only a week for us, but it's identifying our water consumption, how much is in the grey water tank, the water pumps, whether they're on or off. We've only just got the one, and then there's various lighting modes as well. So it's we've only used, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We only use about 10% of our solar or power supplies, being off grid for the last 12 hours or so.
Yeah, and I've used the microwave this morning. We've boiled the kettle a couple of times.
And you can sort of see in there, it's charging the battery, and what those are. So at 14.9 solar coming in. Yeah, so it's all right. Early days, we'll learn more about the van, what it can and can't do. But I think generally speaking, we are both happy with what we've got.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was colours.
Yeah.
Me, Henry's was all the other stuff. Mine was trying to pick colours.
Colours did not worry me at all. But yeah, no, I think we're happy with what we've got out here. So next video is probably going to be when we kick off our trip or something like that. So we are doing a weigh-in of the caravan and the car next week, next weekend. So we hope to be all legal in all respects. So we've made sure that we've got a car that's capable to be pulling a 4.5 ton vehicle, and with the upgrade that we've done to the GVM and GCM, it was theoretically giving us about just short, I think it was about 800 or 900 kilos of extra payload. So that should be plenty there. And in terms of the van, we've made sure that we've got capacity to pull it, but also plenty of payload space. Not that we want to be there, but if we are minimalistic in what we do, we should be good in terms of being able to travel safely around the place. As I mentioned before, it is a 19 foot, just short of a 20 foot caravan. It's fully off-road, so plenty of suspension. So there may be the odd trip that we'll take to some more remote locations. Incidentally, the 300 hasn't really hit any gravel roads or anything like that, simply because Sharon's a little bit reluctant to get it too dirty or stripy, pinstriped. So some of those things are probably likely to occur.
They will.
Very soon.
But keep it as new looking for as long as possible.
Yes, all right. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll keep you posted with any other updates coming up.
See ya.